Hey guys, it's LA coming to you with a short video to culminate National Reading Month, which takes place in the month of March 1st through March 31st, to support literacy, to encourage reading among adults and children alike. So, naturally, as an author, I get pretty excited about this particular month, not just to promote my own work, but also to get a little reading in myself. So I posted on my blog, lajefferson.com, regarding a couple of books that I was reading this month. And unfortunately, I did not finish all of them. But interestingly enough, this past weekend, I started reading one that I'm very excited about. I knew I probably was not going to finish it, but it's been sitting in my closet for quite some time. Check it out, a pretty bookmark. I love that. But this is Eat, Pray, Love by Elizabeth Gilbert. If you all remember, it was just made into a movie a couple of years ago. It's about a woman's, her journey to self-discovery through a painful divorce, and just discovering herself, discovering her relationship with God. As she traveled to India, Indonesia, and it's one other place. Let's see, Italy, India, and Indonesia, an island of Bali, or Bali, whatever you call it. But I am really enjoying this book. As a reader, it's a good story, but this book actually is touching my heartstrings as a writer. One thing about writers, most writers are already avid readers. That's kind of where our passion got started from, to create our own work, our personal love of reading. I'm enjoying this book because right now I currently write fiction, contemporary women's fiction, but I'm drawn to writing personal essays. I really enjoy the idea of sharing my personal stories with others for the learning experience that I've had, and I think that they can be helpful to others, but it's really just about sharing. We learn from other people's experiences, whether that's why they're sharing them with us or not. But anyhow, the book is really great. I'm really getting some good pointers on metaphors. I'm really intrigued with this author's work. And it's funny because I got this book. My mother-in-law actually bought this book for me. Matter of fact, it was before she was my mother-in-law, and today is actually my 3-year anniversary. So she probably got it from me about 5 years ago, and it's been sitting on my bookshelf, and I wound up coming across it while I was going through some books that I was preparing for donation to a book drive that's taking place at my job. So this book was definitely a plus, the best experience of my 2015 National Reading Month. This book, I bought this book on a whim, which I sometimes do at one of my favorite go-to stores, Dollar General. So I think it was only $1 or maybe $3. Matter of fact, I got this one at Dollar Tree. Does This Church Make Me Look Fat? By Rhoda Jansen. I bought it because, of course, it was a catchy title. So the story The line on the book, a Mennonite finds faith, meets Mr. Right, and solves her lady problems. And I was sorely disappointed with this book. I don't even think let's see. Okay. I got to chapter 5 of the book. And ironically, I'm going to read this line here in chapter 5. How do you tell your PhD friends, far-flung across the world at their various academic postings, that you are attending church on purpose? The telltale word here is PhD. This author is very educated. You can tell because she really wants that point to get across. She uses words in here I just thought were kind of ridiculous. You know, when you write, you're going to write on your own level. But you can't forget that write for your audience in addition to being true to yourself. I sometimes am guilty of using a fancier word than probably what I need to. But, that's just me. But I think that my book speaks to, more common people. But this author, she was just kind of driving me crazy with some of these words that would just jump out at me that would literally force me to either have to get the dictionary. Okay, well, I mean, I could pretty much gauge, what the word meant from the context, but it would always just kind of stop me, and my mind would be like, why does she do that? And that was my number one gripe. My number two gripe is the story is just kind of bouncing all around. I mean, it's supposed to be about her, finding faith, meeting Mr. Right, solving her lady problems. Well, one of her lady problems wound up being she got cancer in the beginning of her relationship, and she was ready to call it quits, but the gentleman in the book, who she is kind of in the romance stage of the relationship with, he decides he wants to stick in there with her, which was very admirable. But it was really the way that the book was written. She was kind of jumping around too much. It was too much jumping around. So, I don't know. I'm pretty sure this is going to go on my shelf of books that will not get finished. I just am not interested in having this particular educational lesson in a book that it's just not keeping my attention. So anyway, if you are an avid reader, I hope that you have enjoyed National Reading Month 2015, and get ready for tomorrow, April 1st, which is not only National Walking Day, which is a movement created by the American Heart Association, but it is also the beginning of National Authors Month. So, I don't know what I'm going to do in particular, but it's National Authors Month. So celebrate your favorite author, buy their book. If I'm not one of your favorite authors, I certainly would like to be one. Check out my book, Unfinished Business by L.A. Jefferson. You can download it on Amazon. If you're familiar with Smashwords.com, it's there. Let me grab it. Unfinished Business. It's on Amazon. It's on Barnes & Noble. You can get an e-reader. You can get the print book. And hopefully coming very soon in the next coming months will be my second book, Reconciliation to Hell. That'll be coming soon. But In the meantime, I'm going to delightfully finish reading Eat, Pray, Love. If you like memoirs, entertaining memoirs, if you want to go on a trip without getting on an airplane to Italy, India, or Indonesia, I suggest this book. She gives very good descriptions of these locations. She really takes the reader there with her. And with these wonderful metaphors that she has throughout the book, you know, you definitely will involve your senses in this book. So, till next time, enjoy. Have a good day.